Come on.
So we're not on TikTok, YouTube, and
No, this is YouTube. This is Facebook.
right. Oh, gee, this thing's falling apart.
I'm not going to go any further back.
Oh, all right. Oh, I hate it when it's in the holder already. It's hard to type, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So next time is. I guess I don't need it in there, do I?
Just give us a moment here to get things logged in. I guess that's as good as it's going to get on that one. Hello, hello. I'm just waiting here for a moment to get ourselves brought online. Doesn't look like anybody's with us yet on YouTube.
I can't. What is the date today? I don't even know that answer.
22nd.
Do we usually spell it out, or do we?
It's been that long.
It has been that long. It has been that long. Okay. Oh my goodness. It's been so long. I feel like I'm in slow motion. Okay, I'm going to go live on this side.
Mm-hmm. And we're live on this side.
Okay, well, here we are. You know, one of these days we'll figure out, like, merge the two. So,
close the space even further between us.
Yes, that's right. Because, well, oh, Grim, let's just gather here for a minute with everybody. I know it's going to take a minute. I didn't share it with anyone. I forgot to do that.
It might be too late.
Uh-oh. I don't even, does it give me the option?
Well, somebody's here right now. See that?
Yes, I do. I see that.
Whoever that somebody is.
Whoever that one person is, we love you. Can you share this with other people, please? Please, please, please share it with other people. We would very greatly appreciate it. We certainly would, wouldn't we, babe?
Mm-hmm.
You're off screen completely when you lean over there.
No, I was trying to clean my mustache of the coffee.
So then I guess it's a good thing that you're.
Yeah, but then I realized this kid is seeing me clean my mustache.
Oh, coffee. Yeah, look at them. Hello. Like behind you.
No, that is actually controlled chaos. Jane Husky says hello.
Hello, Jane, and whoever else is out there. Make sure you say something in the comments so that we can tell you're here with us. It doesn't matter what platform you're on. And also, hello, Boog. It's been a minute since you've joined us. Boog is, of course, our little black kitty cat that lives here at the old church with us. Come here, boy. Some of you that have been with us for a while may have remembered he was this tiny little kitten that used to sit on our duckering station, and where we used to film our show called Witches, Whiskey, and Weed, which is kind of where this all started ever so long ago. Are you thinking of trying to knock something off, sir?
Yeah, he's feeling feisty energy right now.
He is.
I got my coffee moved.
I know. I'm like, what is he going to knock off? Mister.
Now he's walking on the keyboard. I prefer that you didn't.
How many of you have cats at home? I know quite a few of you do.
Here's the culprit, right there.
Mr. Boog. That's what he wants. We have a window up above our heads. You can probably see the light coming in. And that's where he's focusing his attention. He wants to go up there and check it out. But anyways, Grimmer, how you doing, babe?
I'm right now. What I'm doing is keeping the cat off the keyboard.
Yeah, I see.
But
that.
other than that, I am doing good.
It's been a minute since we spoke with all of you, and
Hi, LJ.
And
Deb.
we've added yet another little kitty to the mix. Yes, I know.
We can't help it.
Dangerously close to being called Cat Lady.
Close.
Yeah. And notice I didn't say the crazy part. I'm leaving that delicately out.
It's not our fault.
No, but we've got the cutest little, tiny little black. He's a boy. He's very handsome. And his name is Ozzy because he was born around the time that Ozzy phased out of this realm. So Mist picked the name for that little kitty, and it is Ozzy. And boy, does he live up to his namesake.
Oh, boy.
Some of you may know that we live in this old church, and we've had cats here for years and years. I mean, going on 30 some years, and that's just our family. But the other day, Mist was upstairs. They host a D&D night here on one night of the week, and the kids were upstairs, and all of a sudden
in the chapel.
We were in our little apartment down here, and all of a sudden we heard this noise, this thud, wasn't it? It was like boom.
Something big fell.
And then we hear all this eruption of giggles and noise. So we go up there to find out that little Ozzy, who is only 10 weeks old, jumped from the choir loft down probably 10 feet.
It's 15 feet.
To the floor of the chapel, and then got up and scampered away.
And he didn't just jump down, he jumped out into
He like flying squirreled it. And at first we were all like, oh my God, but we're pretty sure he must have used one of his lives.
He had to.
Because he got up and just like scampered away. Never an issue. So here's to Ozzy, our newest little member of the family.
You know, that's one of the reasons I love cats, though, is they land on their feet. Hello, Victoria.
Oh, I love it when they land on their feet, too. Hey, let's say hi to some people.
I just did.
Okay, then that's enough.
That's enough.
Yeah, just that one. Pain in the ass.
I am a pain in the ass, she says.
I whispered it for a reason, Grim.
I did too, to the cat.
You are going to get yourself in trouble tonight, sir. Find the sofa. I'm saying, clean it off and make yourself comfy. Anyways, I wanted to say hello to people. Hi, Jane. It's good to see you. Oh, Deb Kirkland, it's nice to see you too. Hello, LJ and Norma and Victoria and... Well, there are going to be more people.
You feel it?
I can feel it.
Well, there's 7 here in your stream.
I do. I feel it. But I know a lot of people are at work. Grim and I just got a really strong calling today that we needed to go online and just talk to our community. It's been a minute. And we've been talking about doing this for a while. You know, we need to get back to our 420 tarot. It was our time of the day, in the middle of the day, that Grim and I would talk, take time to connect with each other, do some meditation, sometimes with you all. And we've really, really missed joining you all.
Well, it was
here
also
in this liminal space.
It was also that constant.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying is
right.
I think we kept, refocusing the energy. We kept tuning ourselves to this higher vibrational frequency. We kept together tuning in to this purple frequency, for lack of a better thing to call it, because we don't really know what to call it per se.
I call it the purple pulse. For over the last couple of weeks in my mind, I've been calling it this purple pulse that I've been sending out. Just this.
Right. Well, and when we do gather for our witch waves, that's exactly what we do, is we like send out these pulses of energy, sometimes in the form of a gentle wave. Sometimes we like shoot it around the planet. Sometimes we just, we just send it with as much encouragement and support. Yep. Hashtag withstanding with a Y.
And just like that one, right?
Just there. Like that one. Who's Tammy Gray? Yes, indeed. Hello, Tammy Gray. It's nice to see you dreamed up. By the way, now that Dream's here, I wanted to say she designed the cutest little coloring page for the Witchling Guild, if I just say so. No, but it's really cute. I'm looking forward to it. I saw it. I'm not gonna tell you what it is.
It's cute though.
It is cute, isn't it?
Yep. We also have 2 others that just joined us, it looks like.
2 others. Echo is here. Hello, Echo. Nice to see you. I know that not a lot of people know we're doing this. So I sent out my little guerrilla marketing tactic today. I said, all right, peeps, let all the flying monkeys know that we are gathering today. And hopefully all you little flying monkeys are here with us, because we just really wanted to talk to our community. Some of the changes that we've been watching, some of the things that are happening. And so, if you need to not stick around while we talk, if you got other things to do, I know you'll be able to catch this later. I do think it's important. I actually didn't bring a set of cards with us today because we're not really planning on reading the cards. We want to talk to you about a few things.
We've been so busy reading the moments.
We've been so busy reading the moments, right? And really there's a lot of things going on.
Hi, Emily.
And so, yeah, we just really wanted to connect. So let me get a sip of Coke. That's because I've suddenly become addicted to drinking Coke.
Specifically, though, fountain
Coke.
And
ever since my heart ablation surgery, I have craved.
Is there a different soda fountain company that you prefer over in?
I know it sounds horrible, but I love McDonald's Coke.
That's the one.
Well, not always, but it's usually consistently good. But I can't believe it, because I am a non-soda pop kind of gal, and all of a sudden, ever since then, I'm like, was my cardiologist craving soda or whatever? What is it? And it's funny that we're talking about it, because really it flows right into one of the topics that we wanted to discuss today. And before we talk about communities and whatnot, because there are a few people here that have joined us that are kind of off doing their thing, and we're proud of them. Like Echo, I hope she sticks around a bit, because we want to toot some horns. But also talking about me and my soda pop addiction. Anything that we ingest, whether it is soda or pop, whatever you call it, or ramen or fresh vegetable stew from your own garden, to frozen lasagna that you get on the fly because you're coming home late and you got to have something for dinner, to not just food. It goes to what you listen to, what kind of music and energy and vibrational frequencies that you feed your energy field. And your energy field is anywhere from your auric space, if you will, which for most of us extends a few feet away from us, from a few inches to a few feet away, depending, all the way into that little core ember that keeps us all aglow. Grim and I were just talking earlier this morning. We were talking about, I don't know, we weren't even out of bed yet. We have our morning cup of coffee in bed these days, because wow, I guess we're getting sluggier as we go. but we're having our coffee, and I love you, babe. And Now I can't think of anything else but being okay. I won't say it. Hold on, I got to get
Coffee. We were having
coffee. Having coffee, and we were talking about how it really is kind of funny. Like my mind goes back to that scene from it's the Will Smith movie, Men in Black, when they're in like the morgue or whatever, and this little tiny little alien dude like climbs out of the dead guy's head.
Mhm.
Like he was like in the dead guy staring him around the whole time. Yeah, I was thinking about that, about, we really are these little embers of energy kind of controlling the golem that we call our physical body right now. When we die and leave this part behind, there's that little part of us that moves on. I don't know if it's little or not, to be honest with you. I don't know if it has a quantitative size. I just think that, when I think about myself, I think about
that makes you.
Yeah, that little inner core part. That is also the part that's connected to the divine frequency. So whatever you eat, whatever you listen to, whatever you drink, however you spend your time, whether you're spending your time doing joyous things or spending your time doing things that might not bring you joy in the moment, but they might bring you joy later, i.e. work. Some of us have to work. And so it might not be like the favorite thing you're doing in the moment, but you know that if you put your time in there, it'll pay off in the end and you'll be able to do something nice for your family or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that what you put in is what you get out. And if you put in junk and gunk, you're going to get junk and gunk.
You become what you consume.
Right. But there's another level to this. There's another level. Everything has frequency, right, Grimmer?
Everything has frequency.
Everything has frequency. And so we were talking
to exist is frequency.
To exist is frequency. And so as we're instructing our mud suits, I don't like meat suit. I know that's what people call it, like tongue in cheek, kind of funny. But I don't like that one. I like mud.
Our mud suits.
I call them, right. But I think in like, guiding it around, what was I going to say?
I don't know.
Hapu.
Hapu?
No, it had to do with vibrational frequency and choosing, selecting.
Selecting what you consume, you become.
Right.
Be selective about what you consume.
Right. Oh, yeah. But right now, there are some things happening in the world that are really way beyond the individual's control. And a lot of you have heard us mention the Schumann resonance.
Oh, but we can't control, though. We can still transmute.
Why do we have a cat calling? That noise he makes when he's hurt. Oh, I bet you he's missing his kitten. He's calling for the kitten. Boog really loves the kittens. He takes them under his little cat wing and guides these kittens, but that's all it is, babe. Plus he got kicked off the table. Okay, so back to the Schumann resonance. We've been talking about that for a number of years now, and I've been aware of it and watching it myself since I was probably in my 20s. But more so as we've been going through all of this shifting and changing, particularly since 2020. Holly. I mean, let's admit, a lot of us were on our path before 2020, but the whole world took a shift in 2020. It is undeniable. And so I kind of mark that in time as like a global, stepping forward moment, because I think we did. It was an eye-opening moment for a lot of us in many ways. And the Schumann resonance has been something that Grim and I have been paying closer and closer attention to, because we've always had this inkling that it's going to mean more than it currently had at the time. And indeed, they are finding ways and have found ways to use it successfully to help humanity.
There is been scientific studies that I've been looking into over the last few weeks. And more importantly, what I discovered today in regards to that. And I've always been one that the Schumann resonance was there. It plays a role, but I haven't really given it the full spectrum of influence credit that it should in our lives. When I read something today,
That's because
I'm a werewolf.
You're a werewolf.
I'm grounded in here.
Werewolves are
yes.
very grounded, and they have our
But when I read today
more difficult time.
that astronauts,
Yeah, this is cool.
early astronauts, we're not talking about the folks that go up today, but the folks that went up before, and we're talking about from different parts of the world. Russian astronauts experienced it. American astronauts experienced it back in the 60s. As soon as they left the Earth's atmosphere and were officially in space, they all reported feelings of physiological and psychological derailments of some sort. In their bodies and in their minds, they felt disconnected, feelings of loneliness that they didn't have before. So NASA and the Russian counterparts, they, over the course of several years, decided that there was something missing. And what it was literally removing yourself from Mother Gaia's pulse affects us. So now on every space flight and sitting inside the station, space station now is a Schumann resonance generator. It's a replicator. It's a generator that mimics
the heartbeat
of Gaia.
Isn't that remarkable? And an interesting thing that happened yesterday on September 20th. There were actually 7 hours of blackout on the Schumann resonance measurement devices that they use. There are different, just like they have, different seismic places. They measure seismic activity around the world.
Right.
They have different stations around the world that measure the Schumann resonance. And on the 20th of September, it went down for 7 hours, blackout.
The network.
With the exception of one place, which this one place, they've already had their eye on it for a while because nobody can figure why over like Italy or the Italian area, there is much more activity there, higher frequency activity there than anywhere else. So while the rest of the Schumann resonance was in blackout on the 20th September, there was still a frequency being measured in Italy. So
not the full spectrum.
The full spectrum, just their part of it. Or somewhere it was I don't know if it was measured in Italy, but it was measured about Italy, if that makes sense. So then scientists say, well, there's only really 2 ways that can cause a blackout like that. One way would be if all of the systems went down at one time except for one. And the other way is if it was just blasted with so much frequency that it overloaded and we couldn't measure it. 7 hours. I find that really interesting. I couldn't light candles or my Palo Santo.
I remember that. You're right. I was having a hard time lighting Palo Santo and you candles were, you're right.
Yep. And I heard other witches say also that they were having a difficult time lighting
when we
candles.
Say blackout, what that means is the devices that they use to measure the Schumann resonance were hit with the frequency spike that they are not designed to measure. It went above and beyond or dropped well below what the spectrum of measurement currently sits at.
Right.
So they have admitted that this Schumann resonance, this pulse, is a natural vibration. It is the pulse of Gaia, but it is in response to all electromagnetic activity on Earth, in conjunction with all solar activity in space. It is a dual wave pulse. And they're not meant to converge or bounce off of one another. They're meant to converge, harmonize, flow, and continue on their journeys.
But they're not.
But they're not. What happens is when there's a mass consciousness, and Gussie, I'm sorry, I'm hijacking, but I just did this.
Please do.
I've been reading this. There is a correlation between the week of September 11th, that week, and Schumann resonance. What we're finding is human reaction affects Gaia's pulse. Mm-hmm. Mass consciousness of an event, of a moment in time that brings about any kind of unified emotion or spark of understanding.
Right.
Oof, the pulse responds. That is amazing. She is responding to us on a spiritual level.
Right.
That's all I got to say.
Well, that's great. And make sure you come back in here with me.
Sorry.
On another.
Yes, Constance, there has also been other earthquakes as well.
And there's been a portal open, as many of you are aware. It is an equinox. Happy autumnal equinox, by the way. We forgot to start off with that. We were going to say that, but I guess we jumped into other things. But
which is a shift in how the Schumann's going to respond too. Right.
I'm sure it is. Right. And, it is so important about what you choose to call this. This is what I would say a sacred Earth Day. Mm-hmm. It is one of those halfway points.
It's a crossroad.
It is a crossroad. And so good. It is a crossroad. And you'll learn a lot more about crossroads if you subscribed to the Purple Door e-zine, which is coming out on October 1st. And we're all working hard to get this done and brought it out to you. It's going to be a really wonderful edition. And it's about the alchemy of the crossroads. Mm-hmm. Grimm didn't say the crossroads thing because of that, but I couldn't miss the opportunity to shout out, because Sage Dup and a lot of the other Dups and members of our team that aren't Dups, we've all been working hard on bringing this to you. So
yes, Norma, that is the principle of Earth magic, Gaia responding to us. But I think where my woo is coming from is science is actually finding ways to quantify that, to show that there is correlation, not just causation, with our intentions, our emotional intentions, that hits on a global scale.
Right.
So when we cry, she cries.
Right.
When she cries, we better cry.
Right. Well, Mother Earth, if you think of her as an organism, just like, it's crazy, but are we not Mother Earth, so to speak, to other organisms that live within us that, not their level of sentience, supposedly at our level? We don't know, though, do we? We have no concept. But the tiny little critters that live within our body, we are Mother Gaia. We are in essence their universe.
Yeah.
And it just goes on and on. So Mother Earth here, she's really shifting and changing. We've been saying for years that we know she's going through a density shift. All the phone companies say, we're going to 5G, 6G. It was 4G, but I think we're past that now, right? Yeah. And those of us that are into spiritualism and metaphysics, we know that there's a lot more to it, that it has to do with dimensional healing, that it has to do with dimensional transformation. And we're here for it. Are we not? We're here for it. But wow, is it amazing to watch.
Are we making sense to you guys?
I think we probably are.
Isn't
it? Yes. And while my brain is just sort of taking a pause, I wanted to say a shout out to just a few of you out there that have started bringing together community in your own area. I know it is not easy to be out of the broom closet at all. It's funny how for years I was kind of in and out of it. And, whenever you move to a new area, you're in. You do not like come shouting out the door. Well, unless you're us and you move to Michigan. You move back to Michigan, and then you might shout it out the door. But for the most part, we keep things kind of quiet until you trust and get to know people. A lot of us have trust issues. Let's face it, a lot of those trust issues are not just based on who we are now, but a lot of it is based on past life experience,
And ancestral line trauma.
having been burned at the stake, and or otherwise. A lot of us do not trust easily, and isn't that understandable? It's very understandable. But some of you have been opening your doors and kind of extending your wing, inviting some people into your world as it may be. I know that some of you do that routinely, whether that is through family that just seek your advice and your counsel, or if it is through a community because you've opened your door and put yourself out there a little bit and said, hey, I'm available if you need to talk, and you're starting to gather found family around you. Grim and I were talking about how that concept of found family is so important, because it isn't just about the bloodlines that we were born into. It's about the vibrational frequency lines. That's what we might call tribe, because we all sort of vibe at a similar frequency, meaning we all kind of understand the world in a similar fashion. Doesn't have to be exact match. It's not supposed to be. We're supposed to be on our own sovereign and unique journey. We're supposed to have our own melody.
A song is more than just one instrument playing one note.
We're a symphony.
Yes.
When we gather like this, we're a symphony. We have so much collective power and strength when we gather together. And, it's been an uphill battle. I was talking to Shelby Dupp today, and I asked her yesterday how things were going. She said, okay. And we both said, love you. And then, and then I asked her today, are you okay? And she says, yep, doing good. And then she said, we can both keep lying to each other, or we could just say the truth. And I said, oh, no, I really am doing good. And then I said, about an hour later, I said, except for this and that. Okay. She goes, I was just waiting for you to come around to understand. Because
there's a reason that's the name Sage.
No, it's Shelby.
Oh, it was Shelby.
Yeah, it was Shelby.
I thought she had said Sage. I apologize. Shelby, yep.
You're not allowed to lean over there because you keep leaning right out. Everybody likes to see you.
I'm sorry. I see this camera over here and don't even think.
There's this little one. We're trying to squeeze in for this little one. But anyways, hats off to those communities that are forming around the area. Not just this area. I know that Echo has something going down there in Tennessee. And there's a few other folks that I know have started holding some gatherings, some classes. And so we're proud of you.
What they're actually doing is creating small physical representations of withstanding.
Yep. They're creating little purple door portals that we're all going to cross through with our own purple door flu powder. No, but I mean, I really do believe that there is some magic that's happening and unfolding regarding that. And so we're excited to see where that flows. I know, Grim and I know that things have been hectic. Things have been chaotic. Things have felt like we kind of woke up in a different universe. It kind of feels... can
I say, you just hit a visual in my head that I've got to get out there. It has been chaotic. And when you said that, it reminded me of when I used to race motorcycles back in the day. I'd go up into the mountains and we had this beautiful old abandoned coal pit that we had converted into our own motocross track up in the Olympics. And one set of these, part of the track, was these series of bumps that were I can't remember, what do they call them? It's been so long.
God, you're asking me.
I know, it's a series of bumps spaced exactly the same amount apart. Each one's the same height, and I can see them in my head because when you hit them and you don't hit them right, no, they're
oh yeah,
they
yeah.
washboard.
Oh yeah, washboard thing.
Basically, big washboard. My brain is doing a blank, but not what happens when you hit them wrong. Mine's not drawing a blank on that. On a motorcycle, it jars you, beats you up. Your arms get beat up, your hips get beat up. But if you hit it just right, you time everything good, your speed's going right, you get your front wheel lifted just right, you get your throttle pulled just in the perfect spot, you can bounce off the crest of each of those mounds in such a way that you don't even really feel them.
It's just sort of like you're just gliding along the top.
You're gliding along the top. The chaos is still going on.
There's still ups and downs.
There's still ups and downs.
But you're just like gliding along the top. That's
what we're doing. Or at least what we're attempting to do. Not deny the chaos, not to try and say that the chaos is beneath us, but find ways to navigate that chaos that is smoothest for you. Find your throttle, find your balance on that bike, and just go.
Well, you know what my balance and my throttle is?
What's that?
It's gathering here at 420 together. That's part of my balance. Yes. And I've missed all of you so much. I am just so grateful for the people that we have surrounding us, Grim and I. I'm grateful for the people who have stayed connected and have kept the Purple Door afloat while Grim and I are going through some healing that is much needed healing. And it's just been so rejuvenating watching you all kind of step into a new zone, I guess, of your own spirituality. And some of you are not quite sure what that means yet. Hell, we're not quite sure what that means yet. We just know we're in a transformative era, that each one of these shakeups and setbacks and portal opportunities is a chance to grow and learn and gain wisdom.
I found it.
Oh, good. What'd you find, babe?
Back to the Schumann.
Yes.
And what we were talking about earlier, when I said that there's a correlation between the week of September 7th and the Schumann resonance.
11th,
I mean. That correlation is nothing more than September 11 in and of itself. That date is a universal, collective, black hole well of negativity based on one event. Collectively, we as a society unconsciously draw from that well as the date draws closer. We affect the Schumann in that way.
Oh, yeah.
Allowing portals of activity to open up in such a way to allow tragedy to happen.
So not only that, but the 911 frequency, not every country, or I don't even think every state uses 911.
I think every state does now.
Do they here?
Yeah.
But I don't think every country uses 911. No. Some other countries use other numbers, 11. Yeah. But I think even on that level, think of all of the frantic phone calls, the fear, the anger, the goes into those phone calls. And there is a frequency to it.
There is a frequency to it. So what I wanted to say, what came back to me is, if we are unconsciously contributing to that Schumann pulse, Gaia's pulse, then let's make conscious efforts too.
To counterbalance
it as we grow into the season of autumn, when we're already naturally prone to depressions and dark feelings. Do small intentional things to tune Gaia's heartbeat And in doing that and tuning Gaia's heartbeat, you're tuning your neighbor's heartbeat. And that is the most effective way to be helpful.
It's a good way to put it.
Want to make a change in your neighbor?
It's a good way to put it.
Tune your heart to Gaia's heartbeat. Make that heartbeat a frequency that resonates with everybody. Gaia will allow it because she only gives back as a mirror what we reflect or give to her. Moving on.
No, I mean, that was great. I agree with you. I don't know if anybody said anything down there. Da, 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 da.
You probably didn't know you sent me down a rabbit hole of Schumann, did you?
No, I didn't.
Well, I know you put so much weight behind it, and I've never fully understood the reason why you do. I accept that you do, and don't doubt the things that you feel about it. But for myself, I think I didn't have that vibration of empathy with Mother Earth that you have found. So I know it sounds sometimes like a repeated record when you tune into Gussie and I, and it seems like we always fall back onto the same themes of what we speak about, but I think they're universal themes. And they need to be repeated often enough for people like me, those werewolves that dig so tightly into the ground that they have a hard time releasing and feeling the magic of floating free and absorbing what Mother Nature has to give us naturally. We don't need to be so rooted in our thinking and so rooted in our logic that we don't allow the frequency of curiosity to allow us to release that grip that we so desperately hold to. When we release that grip, we're not releasing who we are. When we let go of the ground and float free into the universe of possibility, it allows us to become who we know who we already are. That's why we repeat these themes such as Schumann resonance and shadow work and vibrational frequencies. And taking control of your healing, giving in to what you can't control. Giving in to what you can't control. It doesn't mean surrendering. It doesn't mean giving up. It means allowing what you can't control to flow around you.
And what a wonderful time of the year to let go of things that no longer serve your best interest. Oh, my goodness. I feel just the weight of the world on my shoulders some days. I do. I've spent so many days counseling folks, particularly about death and dying recently.
Not just because of political events, but because in personal lives, people are feeling great losses.
And it just weighs so heavily on my shoulders that there's this collective pain that people are feeling. And those of you that are sensitive like me, and I think most of you are, and Grim too, because your senses are certainly coming online. We were talking recently about how a lot of times we will say things, or at least I used to say this a lot. Grim doesn't really say it, but I know some of you do out there. Some of you might say, I know this sounds crazy, but, and then you'll go into a story about something supernatural or unexplained or something to like open people's minds. Yes,
I do say it.
Do you?
It still hits in here. I just don't verbalize it.
It hits in here. You go, I know this is going to sound crazy, but, and then you say it anyways. that's where I'm at right now too. I've been holding back a lot on my spirituality, and it took going through this last phase of healing for myself to really see that to step into to the version of myself that I am meant to be is quite a powerful experience, and it doesn't happen overnight. It isn't just my next best step. My next best step contributes, but really it's the next 200 best steps. It's a measurement of time, of accomplishments and goals, and ways that we transform our souls from itty bitty babies of really lack of sentience into these beings that, after we come back time after time and learn our lessons as we do, we grow and shift and change. Our perspective increases, our vibrational frequency expands. We go higher and higher until finally, I believe, ascended masters reach that realm. I think that a lot of us, we are on our way. I think that we are shifting and changing, and as you've heard us say many times, we never thought it would happen in our lifetimes, but here we are. And I'm so glad to be along on this journey with you. We don't want you to go to fear right now. That's the one thing we can guide you with. We don't know everything. We don't know what's going to happen next. It does remind me.
What we do know is animals react in fear. When animals feel cornered, they react in fear and they bite and lash even at the hands that are reaching out to assist. We are not base like that anymore.
No. We need to withstand together. We need to reach out. If we're confused about something, we need to clarify with people. We need to not make assumptions broadly. There's a lot of things that we can do to make the world a better and safer place. I think all of us can agree that that is a number one priority right now. I think all of us are feeling very unsettled. And
there's a lot of perspective shifting going on right now.
For better or worse.
For better or for worse. There's a lot of perspective solidifying right now as well. There's people that are going to get even more rooted in what they believe on either side of the darkness and light.
And all we can do is stand in the middle and be.
A scale is more than just two sides. I had this envisioned in my head last night. A scale is not just two sides that you're weighing against each other, because you have to have something to compare against. You have to have an absolute to measure the scales from. The absolute is truth. When you put things on a scale, gravity is the truth that you're weighing against.
The ground zero, if you will.
The ground zero. So you need so much more than just one perspective to find that truth. And it is so important to walk across the divide to that fulcrum point, because that's where change happens. At the fulcrum. Move the fulcrum. Move the truth with truth. That way, when the fulcrum shifts, the measurement that we're measuring against has less and less chance of success. And then we're not tipping the scales in one favor or the other. We're moving the foundation of what we measure against to one collective, unified, understood truth. And that's all I have to say about that. I guess I've had a lot to say. You've had a lot to say too. And we've been quiet.
We have been quiet. And we're going to try to be less quiet. Sage and Shelby and a whole bunch of other folks out there. some of them with a duck name and some of them without, have been instrumental in these last few months in allowing us the space to heal.
They've been a living representation of what we talk about. Carry the light until it becomes too heavy.
Yep.
But do not extinguish your light. Just lower it down and allow another to be raised.
Right.
And that's what you folks have been doing for Gussie and I.
And I think we've all been doing really well. I think we are all doing great. And I know things are tough out there right now. But they have been all along. I mean, go back to my 2020 videos when I was doing 420 alone, and I think Grim was just off as my tech guy in the background. But I think even then I was saying, something's not right. Something's off. Something's happening. It was chaotic. It's been this way for a while. We have been in this energy.
I think maybe rephrase that, because something is right.
Oh, it's all right. It's all temporary.
Truths are being exposed. Those things that no longer serve us are being exposed. How we choose to deal with them is up to us.
That's why you just got to keep choosing happy. Every time you do something that puts a little smile on your face, or a smile on the face of someone you love or know, someone you work with, someone you cross the street from every day, give them a compliment, give them a smile, say hello, be a friendly person. Don't be, the one that makes your eyes shift out of the corner when you pass another human because you're afraid. We've got to start making contact with each other again.
We do. Gussie teases me often when we go to stores or drive-thrus, and I get asked the question of, is there anything else I can get you? I answer inevitably the same way almost every time. Some quirky, off the wall.
You do.
I will say, yes, I could use 5 pounds of ambition. Or do you have money on sale? Any number of things.
The ultimate power of the universe.
The ultimate, yes.
That's your famous one.
Yeah, I've been looking for the ultimate power of the universe. That isn't just me. That is my way of making a smile happen. And though I say it 1,000 times, and Gussie's heard it 1,000 times over, she even still to this day will go, "Oh, Grim, not again," but still with a smile on her face, because she sees the smile of the stranger.
They love it. They laugh. I wish. If I had it, I wouldn't give it to you.
Yep.
If I had it, I'd split it with you.
Yep. It's funny. I do use that.
You get all kinds of answers.
When I say to you, I'm still looking for the ultimate power of the universe, that is also kind of a litmus on how people are. Some people will say that if they had the ultimate power of the universe, they'd keep it all to themselves. And other people say, if I had the ultimate power of the universe, everybody would.
Right.
So it's interesting to see how people respond to that statement. But every time they smile. Anyways, are you guys getting anything out of this, or are we just yammering in the breeze?
But you know what? Maybe we should let them all go, because we're hoping, our goal is to do this again on Wednesday, right? And then after that, our goal is to do it again on Friday.
You got 7 more minutes in you?
I got 7 more minutes.
Make it a clean hour at that point.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
7 minutes.
You want to do a little, close your eyes, take some deep breaths. Oh my God. I think I really need to do that, Grim.
You know what's been going in my head a lot lately is finding our roots.
You want to guide us then?
Over the years, we've used the tree as a focus point for our meditations. Most of you know what the tree means to us and the symbology behind the different parts of the tree. The tree has the roots that reach deep down into the ground, into the muck, into the ick, into the death, and
beautiful
into the
down
decay.
there.
And it reaches down past that, and it reaches into the dark void, reaching outwards, those roots, to seeking not just nutrient for self, but connection.
Yeah.
Those roots are seeking out the roots of other trees that are all standing in the same earth, the same muck that those roots go through into that void. And in that void, they find the connections They find not just the nutrient for the physical self of them. They don't find just the nutrients to sustain the trunk and the root and the tree and the stem and the leaf. They also find a means to communicate on the deepest level. The tree is seeking others to communicate with. And when it finds those points of connections, when those other roots intertwine with their own, they transmit back and forth vital information about the environment in which they stand. And they seek vital information, the environment in which the others stand. And in trading that back and forth, they learn what the other needs, and they transmit those nutrients back and forth as needed for the other as much as for the self. Those roots of communication are what we need to lean into. Draw from that.
What time are we at?
56:13.
Close your eyes if you will. Take a good few deep breaths on your own. You don't have to time it just right or breathe in at a steady pace. Just do a few on your own. And I know some of you are afraid to take a deep breath in. I can feel it. Come on. Like a deep breath in. Let's hear it. I wish I could. Breathe in, breathe out at your own steady pace. Don't make yourself lightheaded. Just some good deep breaths.
Just be mindful of the breaths.
I cast around us in this liminal space a circle of protection and light. A circle that is always there, waiting for us to step across the crossroad, step across the edge, the border, into this spot that we call haven.
Sanctuary. Haven.
We are here present in this time and space, breathing from each one of our unique corners of the universe, each one of our unique corners on the globe, on Mother Gaia, the very organism that we are part of, that we are living, breathing parts of. Here in our mud suits, along with the trees and the skunks and the other humans that inhabit this space, this realm. Knowing that there are many, 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 many others that we cannot see, that we cannot experience or even sense yet. But as our global community shifts and gains knowledge and awareness, we can feel the shift in the perspectives, the consciousness levels of people around the globe. It isn't just a political shift, it's a spiritual shift as well. It's a humanity shift. It's an awareness shift.
The fulcrum has been moved.
Take some good deep breaths. And with each one of those in-breaths, know that the light you are breathing in is around you at all times. The light, the positive energy that surrounds you, the potential surrounds you. And as you breathe in deeply, send that breath, all of those new breath cells, all of that potential energy, send it to the areas in your physical mud suit that need the most attention right now. Is it your knees? Is it your heart? Is it your head? Is it your throat? Take some deep breaths. Send that white light healing energy to the bottoms of your feet where your root chakras start, up to your root chakra, up to your solar plexus, up and up to your heart, up, up and up. Allow it to transcend through your voice box, through the top of your head. Your third eye shining brightly. All of us collectively are moving upward and forward. And I know it feels a little bit mucky right now. It feels like we're sludging through the muck. We are. It's not a trick. It's not just you. We're all sludging through the med. And some of us are bringing people along with us because we love them. We don't want to leave them behind. So we bring them along with us as much as we can.
And when every thought you have feels like a contradiction to self, it gets very mucky.
With every out breath, you are breathing out the unnecessary, damaged, dying, or decaying cells. The very things which were the structure of you yesterday, if they're no longer serving you well today, sweat them out, pee them out, breathe them out, energetically push them out. You don't need it. You need that space replaced with positive healing light. Fill the space with the positive energy. Find your balance. Find your fulcrum.
Do not attempt to stand on either side of the scales. Be the scale, be the fulcrum, be the truth from which everything else is measured, your truth.
Oh, may each of us find that connection we seek, that divine connection, that knowledge and knowing that when we fall asleep at night, we are connecting on the astral plane, on a higher field of existence than we can comprehend at this time. May each of us find that connection with that higher self, that divine spark. May we find reconnection with our soul families. May we find our reconnection with our tribe here on this earth plane. And may we thrive and survive in these times of uncertainty and doubt. May the dark times glow for those of us that carry the light. This winter does not have to be a time of darkness and sadness for you. This time it can be different. You don't have to face it like you have in the past. Do something different, as Grimm said. Change the pace, change the pattern. Grow with it. Glow with it.
Glow with it.
And so it is. And so it is. And so it shall be. And so it is. I just feel rejuvenated, and I hope you do too.
Just more people. Oh, Constance is
Oh,
here.
she said something about the tree.
Shannon's here.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that some of you were able to tune in as we're about to end. Go back and watch the rest of it if you can. I think it was kind of cool, wasn't it?
I think so.
I think so. And then if you're watching this later and you know that we're no longer live, but you're still watching it, please still make comments down there. We do try to go back and read them, although I'm terrible about responding. That's just me. He's the wordsmith.
If one of our easing writers happens to be in here right now, do you mind sharing a link to our Facebook page for the easing?
Great. That would be great. If you're interested in ordering one of the easings, we have our Samhain edition coming out. And then we have our 2026. There's 6 editions coming out in 2026, and we're all gearing up for it already. I hope you become a part of it. If you're one of those people that likes to write or is maybe interested in some graphic design, let us know. Reach out to me or Graham or Saged Up, aka Norma down there, and we'll be glad to put you in the right funnel so you can talk to who you need to talk to about that. On the 28th of this month, 28th of September, we are hosting a Purple Door Witch Wave at 10 p.m. Eastern. It's really imperative that as many of us can gather as possible. So please share that, talk about it. I'm really trying to get our e-zine done. It's just me working on the layout right now. So I'm not sure that I'm going to make an event banner for it, but maybe you will.
I can do that. I can dredge up an old one.
Find an old one and change the date. But if you guys could share that, that would be wonderful. We'd love to have our Purple Door family around us as much as possible. I think that's about it.
I think so.
I think so too.
You felt good, and I'm glad that you said today you said we needed to do it.
I just felt so compelled. Like, we just need to bond and remember that we're all here. And, you know, if you need anything, reach out to one of us. If we can help, we will. If we can't, we'll try to point you in the right direction of someone who can. And don't go through things alone, please.
It's not worth it.
All right. Tomorrow's my Tarot Tuesday day.
Woo-woo!
I'm excited. I haven't done a Tarot Tuesday for a while. So check back with the Purple Door and the Purple Door Divination Guild tomorrow, because there's going to be a Tarot Tuesday post. And I can't wait. I love it. I love to do it. I think that's it.
I think that's it. Silver shoes.
Stay magical.
Stay magical.